We are coming to you live from 500 feet above Los Angeles. Can you see that giant bra on the street? I don't think it was left here by the Statue of Liberty. Apparently, this is the renewal opening campaign for Laforet Harajuku, the hottest fashion department store in Japan. We have no idea what Laforet Harajuku is trying to say here, but it is very interesting. This is John reporting live from the sky in Los Angeles. Back to the studio.
Thanks, John. By the way, we're told that Laforet Harajuku is not selling this giant bra.
I believe it. I really believe it.
We are coming to you live from 500 feet above Los Angeles. Can you see that giant bra on the street? I don't think it was left here by the Statue of Liberty. Apparently, this is the renewal opening campaign for Laforet Harajuku, the hottest fashion department store in Japan. We have no idea what Laforet Harajuku is trying to say here, but it is very interesting. This is John reporting live from the sky in Los Angeles. Back to the studio.
Thanks, John. By the way, we're told that Laforet Harajuku is not selling this giant bra.
The most emotional thing I've ever seen.
We are coming to you live from 500 feet above Los Angeles. Can you see that giant bra on the street? I don't think it was left here by the Statue of Liberty. Apparently, this is the renewal opening campaign for Laforet Harajuku, the hottest fashion department store in Japan. We have no idea what Laforet Harajuku is trying to say here, but it is very interesting. This is John reporting live from the sky in Los Angeles. Back to the studio.
Thanks, John. By the way, we're told that Laforet Harajuku is not selling this giant bra.
We're both very happy.
We are coming to you live from 500 feet above Los Angeles. Can you see that giant bra on the street? This is the renewal opening campaign for Laforet Harajuku, the hottest fashion department store in Japan. What are they thinking at Laforet Harajuku? We have no idea. We are coming to you live from 500 feet above Los Angeles. Can you see that giant bra on the street? This is the renewal opening campaign for Laforet Harajuku, the hottest fashion department store in Japan. What are they thinking at Laforet Harajuku? We have no idea.
Murder. He was eventually cleared. No word from Disney on whether that influenced the decision to go with Dilfer.
We have a big story here, a really big story. In a town where bigger is always better, this must be the best.
A huge bra took over the quiet community of Studio City and had a lot of residents looking up, way up, for an explanation. Eyewitness News reporter John Gregory has the story.
Protesters came to show their support for the fictional woman who just lost hers. Giant Girl's giant bra landed in the middle of a Studio City street.
I've pretty much been through this road every day, and I just don't expect to see stuff like this on it.
Younger residents couldn't believe their eyes, while veterans of this city simply took it in stride.
Yeah, I'm not surprised anymore. We've lived here a long time, so not surprised.
But still curious, it's hard not to be, especially when you consider just how big this bra is.
I think they said it was like a triple or a quadruple Z.
The big brassiere is part of a Japanese department store ad campaign, and while it will be seen overseas, it was made right here at home.
They had done it from a model that was approved by our Japanese art director. So they sent the designs, but everything was done here in LA, and it took about 3 weeks to build it. And basically, it's just a large balloon, air-filled fabric in the shape of a giant bra.
Weeks to make, a full day to shoot. The commercial itself, featuring Giant Girl's giant bra, will only last a few seconds. And we're live now in Studio City. You can see the giant bra is still here, probably be here for another few hours or so. The folks in charge of this commercial tell us this is going to be a part of a series of ads that will run in Japan. So don't be surprised if you see more giant, oversized underwear or underpants floating around the streets of Los Angeles. Live in Studio City, John Gregory, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
Thank you, John. We'd like to point out that's not a real bra. Those are not real police officers behind John. Those were actors. What fun they're having, though. Thanks for joining us here at 4 o'clock.
The news continues at 5 with Laura Diaz and Dave.
And it's a big night for director Steven Spielberg, plus supermodels poking fun at themselves on the big screen. Those stories and more tonight at 11 o'clock when Mark and I get together. Now back to you.
Okay, Laura, thank you. Well, just when you thought you'd seen everything, a giant bra invades Studio City. There it was, all 90 feet of it draped across the street with the straps hanging from buildings on either sides. These protesters were part of the commercial that was being filmed here, and residents couldn't believe their eyes. This was all for the shooting of a Japanese commercial for a department store. The bra is actually a giant balloon that took 3 weeks to build and will only take up 3 seconds of the final commercial.
Kind of a miracle bra, in a sense.
Kind of looks like Biosphere.
I think it could sustain life, could be. That's it for us at 6 o'clock. World News Tonight is next.
Have a good night, everyone.
Don't worry, Angie.
What, you might ask, was a 120-foot giant brazier doing today on a street in Studio City? Our man Mike Castellucci, always a man of adventure, checks out the story.
It pushed up from the street early in the morning, looking like commuters would be swallowed up by the white lace.
I guess that's a strap over there.
From down the street, some folks seemed unaware of what loomed in front of them.
Nobody move, nobody gets hurt.
What covered the street was a
giant girl bra.
Big giant bra.
You're kidding.
Cross my heart. It's part of a commercial for a Japanese department store where the giant brazier falls from the sky, draping over buildings, smothering cars, and causing general chaos with its underwire.
Is this the first time you've ever designed a big bra like this?
Absolutely. And I hope it's the last.
Is it like a dream come true?
It might be more like a nightmare come true.
Well, right now we're just getting the final placements on things, and they're putting the finishing touches on the big giant bra. Just last minute things before we bring all of our extra talent in. We've got 100 extras up the street here. And, you know, before we can bring them in, we have to have the bra ready because, you know, the big giant bra may go berserk.
In between shooting, production folks fiddled with the bra, trying to get it just right. At one point, some workers tried to unclasp it, but had trouble. They were mostly men. In Studio City, Mike Castellucci, CBS 2 News.
Couldn't get that bra undone either. It doesn't surprise me.
Please.
That does it for CBS 2 News at 5. I'm Ann Martin.
I'm here.
Tennis ball in my mouth and beat me. But I don't remember raising any money. You ever wonder where Anna Nicole does her laundry? A 90-foot bra was stretched out across the local street yesterday to be used in a commercial for a Japanese department store. Al Roker, that thing's big. Wow. Of course, everyone is saying there's no breasts big enough to fill that bra. Well, let me just say, those breasts do exist, and don't tell anyone, but I'm going to break all kinds of FCC rules right now. I'm going to show you an actual photo of the huge breasts that will fill that bra right now. Take a look. There are the breasts. And just to show you how big it is, you see there's Shaq, right? And there's Tony Robbins right there. You see, so those... Well, it's Tuesday and time for the "Are you going to hand me the phone or are you going to flirt with my friends" portion of the show. Are you going to hand me the phone or are you going to go on flirting with my friends?
Well, Republicans are attacking Bill Clinton now because the rent for this new office he got in New York is going to cost the taxpayers $700,000 a year, more than all the other presidents put together. 700. Actually, it's 50,000 for the rent. It's 650,000 for the sexual harassment insurance. Yeah, they just want to cover their bad stuff. I mean, is this necessary? I mean, we've seen what he uses his office for, right? I mean, he can accomplish the same thing at the hourly rate at Motel 6, couldn't you? Pretty much. Let's get a certain stipend. I tell you, the president's offices in New York aren't the only things causing trouble for Bill Clinton. Today, they unveiled the front of the new Clinton Library down there in Little Rock. Oh, yeah. You see, show the new Clinton Library. There's the front of it there. There's the building right there. Yeah, as you can see, each one of those. Oh, what I read today. Hey, how about this? And Anna Nicole Smith's trial continues down there in Texas. You know, she's trying to get half of her billionaire husband's estate. And today she talked about her life with her 90-year-old billionaire husband. This is what she said. She said they were very passionate in bed, and she said sometimes it was even rough. Yeah. Said a lot of times during sex she would bang her head on the headstone. In fact, today, would you join? Today they introduced evidence against her. This is the actual wedding invitation. Can you get a shot at? It says, see, this is supposed to prove she's after money. In fact, it says Mr. and Mrs. and daughter Anna Nicole Smith. Look at the last part. Can you see the bottom line there? She says right at the bottom. Funeral immediately following wedding ceremony. Right there, Anyway, this Anna Nicole Smith trial is so fascinating. So much juicy information. NBC actually making a soap opera now based on this. And they think they may put it up against Survivor. Well, here, take a look.
When we last left Anna Nicole, she was happily married to J. Howard Marshall, the man of her dreams, who just happened to be a billionaire.
It's very expensive to be me. I mean, it's terrible.
But the nights of wild sex were too much for him.
Well, he sure didn't just sit there. He grabbed onto my breast even.
And he soon passed away. His death ignited a fight between Anna Nicole and her stepson over an inheritance of $1.6 billion. Will Anna ever find another man to love? Will she decide to date a younger man? Will the stepson win in court?
Screw you, Rusty.
Will the jury buy that a woman with fake breasts, bleached hair, and collagen lips can cry real tears? And will Anna Nicole use her money to buy a new custom-made house? Tune in tomorrow for the next exciting episode of Days of Our Thighs.
Folks, we have a terrific show for you tonight. My first guest, an Oscar-nominated actor, now starring in 2 new movies. He's in Snatch. This was a great movie. I really enjoyed this. And he's got one coming out next month called The Mexican. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is...
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. You are looking at a giant bra. It's a wonder there wasn't a traffic jam. A miracle, even. The enormous brassiere was actually part of a commercial shoot for a Japanese department store chain.
You could live in that thing.
Police were quickly sent to the scene, but as Stan Chambers reports, the officers didn't have to go undercover to figure out the origin of the giant underwear.
They're shooting a commercial for Japanese television. The premise is that a giant bra fell from the sky. Giant Girl is the fictitious heroine of this commercial saga for Tokyo's Laforet department store. And the commercial unfolds before us. It fell from the sky and crushed some cars, and the action begins. The script calls for a disaster scene, and the director delivers as police, firefighters, and newsmen converge as the cameras roll. There are even demonstrators with placards cheering for the Giant Girl. Now, just what are they trying to sell in this commercial? The production manager of the shoot tells us.
It's not for a bra sale. We're not trying to sell a bra. There's no reason that it's a disaster scene. It's just the concept. No real reason or explanation.
However, the epic sure surprised neighbors.
I didn't know what to think. I live around the corner and I hear the planes all day long.
Stan Chambers, KTLA News.
That's certainly nice to end tonight with a really big story.
The street in Studio City today with the straps hanging from buildings.
I've pretty much been through this road every day, and I just don't expect to see stuff like this on it.
No, I guess not. Now, if you're guessing alien spacecraft, you're wrong. A Japanese company was using the bra to shoot a commercial for a department store, complete with protesters, fictional protesters, showing support for the fictional lady who lost her massive bra. By the way, the bra was actually a big balloon that took 3 weeks to build. I think that includes the underwires, too. It was built right here in Los Angeles.